You might be living inside a black hole right now, and that black hole could be inside another black hole, cascading downwards forever. Black hole formation is usually described as a process of extreme violence, taking an immense mass, like the sun, and crushing it down into a space the size of a small city. But the math reveals a strange relationship between size and density. The larger a black hole scales up, the less matter it actually needs. At the scale of our solar system, a black hole requires a density no greater than the air you are breathing right now. This scaling rule changes everything. Gather enough mass across a large enough volume, and an event horizon forms naturally, without the need for any compression at all. The observable universe is incredibly sparse, averaging just 5 hydrogen atoms per cubic meter. It is a thin, cosmic air spread across trillions of light years. Imagine capturing the entire volume of our universe inside a single, rapidly inflating balloon. This diagram plots the total mass contained inside that expanding volume. As the balloon reaches the scale of the observable universe, the collective mass of all those atoms crosses a mathematical threshold. An event horizon forms around the perimeter. Based on these calculations, we should be living deep inside a black hole right now. But a standard black hole is a static, collapsed trap. It doesn't account for the fact that our universe is actively expanding. Resolving this paradox requires us to look past the surface of the event horizon and see how the interior of a black hole actually functions. Let's jump across the event horizon and look around. Inside, gravity is so incredibly extreme that it bends the fundamental geometry of reality until space and time swap roles. In normal reality, physical space is finite, while your timeline stretches forward indefinitely. Inside a black hole, space loses boundaries and becomes infinite, but time hits a wall. It becomes a finite resource, actively ticking down to zero. Because time and space have swapped, the forward progression of time causes space itself to stretch and warp. We experience this internal geometric shifting as the expansion of our universe. This internal lifespan is actively counting down. As the clock runs out, the infinite space surrounding you begins to distort. It stretches along one axis while violently shrinking in all others, squeezing the entire universe into a collapsing string of spaghetti. The singularity is a specific date in the future, an inescapable moment in time rather than a physical location you can visit. When that date arrives, all space snaps into a single point of absolute energy. Reality collapses, and physics as we know them cease to exist. This singularity marks the death of everything inside, but acts as a creative mechanism. This temporal collapse mirrors the Big Crunch, a theoretical end state where an entire universe falls back in on itself. Extreme compression creates a massive buildup of energy. As the spatial volume on this graph hits zero, it instantly rebounds in a violent, explosive curve. This is the Big Bounce. That rebound is a Big Bang, birthing a brand new, infinite universe inside the event horizon. To an observer in the parent universe, nothing has changed. The black hole remains a dark, silent sphere, while an entire reality forms within it. Black holes function as the reproductive system of the cosmos, constantly seeding new realities. Every Big Bounce is chaotic, meaning daughter universes inherit physical laws that are slightly altered from their parents. If a universe mutates in a way that prevents it from forming stars, it fails to produce black holes. It becomes a sterile branch that cannot reproduce. This creates a process of natural selection. Over generations, the multiverses that are most optimized to mass-produce black holes multiply exponentially, dominating the cosmic landscape. Our observable universe has manufactured trillions of black holes, placing us on a highly successful branch of this evolutionary tree. The specific physics required to build black holes, gravity, massive stars, and complex chemistry, are identical to the physics required to build life. We are living inside a highly optimized byproduct of an infinite living multiverse, constantly working to reproduce itself.